Hello again, Brinnington, and welcome back to Cooking Up a Storm. I'm still Wendy, Mark is in the kitchen, and this week we'll be revisiting Jodie's homemade burgers and wedges. To make this recipe, you're going to need 600 grams of beef mince, about 2 kilograms of potatoes, 1 onion, 1 large egg, 100 millilitres of vegetable oil, an OXO cube,
and don't forget a tablespoon of paprika.
Before you start, make sure you preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius or gas mark 3. Now, let's go over to Mark in the kitchen.
Hello again, Brinnington, and welcome back to the kitchen. As Wendy said, today we are revisiting another old favourite, Jodie Farragher's homemade burgers and wedges. But the same as with the Brinnington Bolognese, we've made a few little additions based on comments you've given us. You've come to me, you've given me advice. I've said, what are you doing in my living room? But we've taken notice of what you've said and made some very subtle, very tasty changes to this recipe. Now, first things first, let's get down to the table and have a look at the ingredients. So, your ingredients. Now, only making for one, so I'm only using 1 potato. You'll still need your spoonful of paprika and 50 grams or so, 50 mils or so of vegetable oil. Now, let's get this ready and we'll get started. Start by slicing your potatoes, same as last time. A large potato will give you about 8 wedges. A small potato give you 4 to 6. Do this in a mixing bowl. Add your wedges. Add your paprika. Add your oil. And then mix it up. Good coating on everything. And pop that on your baking tray into your preheated oven. Your wedges are going to take about 40 minutes to cook. So if you want to leave a little time between putting your wedges in and starting on the burgers, maybe allow about 10 minutes. Step 2. While your wedges are cooking, let's make the burgers. All you're going to need is your mince, onion, an egg, and again a little bit more of the paprika. So we take our beef and we empty it in. Take our egg and we break it, pour it in. We take our onion and we grate it in. It's a little bit of effort, but it's worth it in the end. And then, with clean hands, mix it all in. Mix it into a solid, meaty consistency. And this would also be a good time to add your OXO and your paprika. If you need to add a little extra onion, now is the time to do it. Now you need to shape your mixture, roll it into a log shape not too dissimilar to a certain famous caterpillar cake. Forgive us, St. Michael. We mean no disrespect. With that done, it's time to cut your mixture into 6 equal slices. Form each of these into a rough burger shape. And now, before we move over to the cooker, I'm just going to put a couple of these burgers aside for later, and I'll pop them in the fridge.
Don't forget, you can replace the beef with corn mince for a meat-free option.
So let's get the hob on, and we can get ready for cooking. Just a little bit of oil, not too much. And then let that heat up. Then we add the burgers. And time has come, you all are said, to plate these up. This would be a good time to check that your wedges are fully cooked. If they're not, you can leave your burgers to simmer on a low heat for a little while longer, or keep them warm at the bottom of the oven. When time comes to serve, I've chosen a few salad greens, and I'm going to put a little bit of barbecue sauce and some chopped onion on top, because that's the way I roll. And that only leaves one thing left to do. Let's take a fry. And the bit I've been looking forward to.
I think this one's still a winner. He's speechless. So, Brinnington, it's over to you.
Hey, that's my line!
And that's it for this time. Don't forget to share your meals on the Brinnington Big Local Facebook page, and we'll see you next week when we revisit another favourite. Happy cooking!